massive PFI role now emerging during the bail hearing of Omar Khalid. Delhi police has told the High Court about PFI's role in the Delhi riots. In fact, it is informed to the High Court that PFI was one of the main conspirators behind the 2020 Delhi riots. Delhi High Court will now be hearing this matter on Thursday once again. But this is a massive revelation that has now been made by the Delhi police, which has been investigating the Delhi riots. Multiple charge sheets have already been filed. Surprisingly, this comes during the hearing of Omar Khalid, who's also behind bars. Delhi police has now confirmed that during their investigation, they have come across the role of Popular Front of India. In fact, remember, not just the Delhi police, there are multiple agencies essentially looking at the role of the Popular Front of India when it comes to the Delhi riots and several other cases also. In fact, we'll try and go across to my colleague Sambhav in a short while from now. PFI, as OP Singh is joining us on the phone line. Mr. Singh, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. It turns out that yet again there is a role of the Popular Front of India as far as the Delhi riots are concerned. Sir, you've also been at the helm of affairs, the Uttar Pradesh police. The role of Popular Front of India has come across in several cases, even in Uttar Pradesh.
That's right. During 2019 CAA protest, we had arrested more than 100 people belonging to PFI and other outfits. And their names, some of the incriminating documents have been seized, and they were involved in various activities which were not so good for the country, and a lot of things were seized from their possession. So, and on the basis of that, I had recommended, and the state government had also recommended the banning of the PFI by the central government. So their roles, their involvement have been quite obvious in UP as well as in other parts of the country, and I'm sure when the Delhi police has done, probably they must have come across so many evidences to come to this conclusion that these people were involved in Delhi riots as well. Yeah.
Mr. Singh, if I can also take one more question from you with regards to how exactly the Popular Front of India has been working when it comes to these cases, because what it turns out is that the Popular Front of India all this while has been saying that they have been deliberately framed. But as I understand, Mr. Singh, there were proper meetings that had taken place. In fact, there were strategy meets that the Popular Front of India has had. They've had gatherings in the national capital with workers from across the country. What more can you perhaps share in terms of the functioning of the Popular Front of India is concerned?
Look, so far as UP was concerned, I could know that earlier when CIMI was there, which was banned subsequently, they took the name of PFI, and SDPI is the student front or the political front of that. Then you have various other outfits like Rehab India Foundations, RIS, Campus Front of India, then All India Imam Council. So all these outfits are there, those who are connected with PFI. So Popular Front of India had a very, very, they have the organizational structures in many parts of the country, and that's so in UP as well. And some of the office bearers had also been arrested during that time. So they have their secret meetings being conducted at the ground level. Sometimes they do it openly, sometimes they do it underground. And we had the credible information during that time that certain people are involved in such activities. And when this protest was going on, of course, their involvement came to light, and some of them were arrested on the basis of their interrogations. We could see some of the materials, incriminating materials. The literature was found, then electronic devices or the video clippings were there. So all these things were recovered by the police. So this is how they try to operate and spread over the entire state. And I'm sure the other parts of the country also must be having the same kind of outfit and the activities by them.
Well, Mr. Singh, just one final question that I would like to take with you before I let you go. Mr. Singh, in terms of the mounting evidence against the Popular Front of India, not just Uttar Pradesh, here in the national capital, but also the National Investigation Agency has also come across the alleged involvement of Popular Front of India. As a former administrator, would you essentially then demand that perhaps it's high time that the centre steps in and takes concrete measures to ban an organisation like the Popular Front of India?
Certainly, we have been demanding. In fact, the UP government wrote to the central government to ban this outfit, and way back in 2019 or early 2020. Before that, also Jharkhand government had done it, but subsequently some judicial decree could not carry it forward, and you had their activities in Kerala as well as in other states. So I, as a former police officer, feel that a time has come where their activities need to be scrutinized and a proper ban should be there on their activities throughout the country.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for joining us on Republic TV and putting this into perspective. Let me also bring in our executive editor, Aishwarya Kapoor, who is joining us from the Republic Bharat newsroom. Aishwarya, just take us through some of the details that you're picking up. Mr. O.P. Singh, the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, had already pointed out that requests have been sent by various state governments, not just Uttar Pradesh, but various state governments for banning the Popular Front of India. It now emerges that the Delhi police has also come across evidence with regards to role of the Popular Front of India in the Delhi riots. Is there anything that you're picking up from the Ministry of Home Affairs in terms of what perhaps could be the future course of action as far as MHA is concerned?
Well, at this point of time, Shavan, we are being told that it's a process, and more than just banning an organization, because we've seen that by banning SIMI, another organization props up. So just by banning an organization, it does not fulfill the whole agenda. You need to get hold of such people, and you need to cull out this thought process. But as far as the matter in the Delhi High Court is concerned, the lawyers have very, very categorically, and the lawyer of Delhi police, whose name is Amit Prasad, has very categorically said that it's the organization which is PFI and not the Nani and the Dadi. So, as it was being said, that it is the elders of the society which have come out in this protest, the lawyer of Delhi police on the basis of investigation. And it's not any private individual. It's the lawyer of the Delhi police, I repeat. Lawyer of the Delhi police, Mr. Amit Prasad, has categorically said that it's the PFI. It's the PFI as an organization which was behind these organized protests. PFI he's naming. So yes, as we just heard, the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, O.P. Singh, there are similar top cops of at least 8 to 9 states which have recommended themselves with their own pen to ban this organization. But we are being told that a larger view is being taken on it, because just by banning an organization, Shavan, as we cover, you also know, just by banning an organization does not fulfill the agenda to stop this mindset, to cull this mindset, the anti-India mindset. And hence, we are being told that the government is looking at a larger action. What is that exact larger action? We are being told that the draft of it has already been prepared. But at this point of time, it is just not going to be a simple ban on PFI. It is going to be much larger. But once again, on record in Delhi High Court, the lawyer of Delhi police is categorically saying that it was PFI as an organization which was behind these organized protests. Shavan, back to you in the studios.
Well, thank you very much, Aishwarya, for getting us the latest details. We'll be tracking the story very closely as more details emerging from that hearing that's taking place. In fact, now the matter has been posted for Thursday. We'll try and get in more details with respect to the role, alleged role of Popular Front of India.